Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Ashley and today I filmed this look. It's a simple everyday get ready. It's just a basic routine. It's what I do all the time when I just want to get glam and I don't want to do too much, and you know, it's giving look but not too much. So if you do like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below if there's anything that you didn't get in this video or you'd like to see in another video. I'll be sure to get back to all of those. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for the tutorial. Hey y'all, so we're gonna start off with our brows. My brows are freshly, I guess, sculpted. I kinda did a little something with the eyebrow razor. Wouldn't recommend. So I'm gonna start by outlining the shape that I want. My brows are very thin, so I kind of have to go in a little extra. So if your brows are thicker than mine, shout out to you. So we're gonna just outline our brows and then I fill in my brows. The dip brow is a little waxy for my liking, so I would recommend getting a brow pencil. I'm kind of in the market for one, so if you know any good ones, leave them down below. I fill in my brows with the dip brow, but I go in with the spoolie and kind of blend it out a little more with my eyebrow hairs upwards so I can kind of get a feathered look. And then I go in with my concealer and then I just carve out those brows with a skin tone concealer just to shape up my brows. I like them defined, but I don't like them highlighted, if you get what I mean. So I do like them sharp and neat, but I don't want a highlighted look because the look we're going for today is very neutral, very glam, very everyday. So then I go in with an old mascara that I had and I use that to kind of comb my brow hairs up and just kind of fill in the sparse areas. Now I'm gonna prime my skin. I didn't used to use primer before, but I do see a slight difference. So if you don't use primer, I suggest starting out with like just a basic drugstore primer just to see how you like it, because it does kind of help with pores. And then I go in with my same concealer that I use for my brows just to cover up any hyperpigmentation that I have. I cover all the dark spots. Then I use my foundation brush and buff that out. And then when I buff it out, I set it with my translucent powder just so it stays in place, so when I do apply my foundation, it's not moving all over the place and kind of mixing in with the foundation. Now I'm gonna mix two of my favorite foundations together. I like them both for different reasons, so I mix them together just so I can see if I can get like the perfect foundation for my skin. So if you have two foundations that are more, I don't know, you want to do that. If you have two foundations that you love the finishes of, I would suggest mixing them just to see how well you like it, because I did this and I loved it. So I'm just gonna go in and buff my foundation in with a flat top brush. I find that the flat top brush kind of moves the product better for me than a wet sponge. So because I was a beauty blender girl, but then I tried a flat top brush and I haven't used anything since. So I would recommend you giving that a try. because I love the way it seamlessly blends the foundation into my skin, and I do have textured skin, acne prone skin, and hyperpigmentation, so I find the brush kind of just gets everywhere I need to and I have more control. I blend foundation on my neck, a little on my ears and everywhere, just so I can get a seamless look all together. So now I'm gonna do my highlight. So I highlight my under eye area and I do bring it into my nose. I'm gonna carve like C's on my nose so I can get like a reverse contoured effect. And even though I do go in with contour, but I try to do that so I know exactly where to put the contour. And then I go in a little in between my brows just for a highlighted look on my forehead. And then I go in with a little contour. We're going for a very simple everyday glam, so I contour lightly. If you realize that your contour has dried down too fast, just use any kind of setting spray, setting mist on your brush and it should sheer out just fine. Blend my highlighted portions into my contour than the other way around. So I use my damp Real Technique sponge and I go over my highlighted areas. I just kind of sheer that out and I blend it all into my contour, and all the places that I put the concealer I just kind of sheer it out. Then I go ahead and I use my foundation brush. It still has a little bit of foundation on it, so I go ahead with that and I use it to kind of be like a buffer in between both my contour and my highlighted shade, so it kind of seamlessly flows into each other, so it gives me a nice flushed look rather than you see exactly where I place my product. Then I'm gonna go in with my contour powder and just set my contour so I don't have it sliding all over my face, because I do have oily skin. So as the day progresses, like the product begins to kind of separate and move, so we set everything with powder. I use my translucent powder for the highlighted areas. I press it into my skin and then I do a light layer on top for baking. Then I go in underneath my contour with a little of the translucent powder just to give it a sharper look. So then I'm gonna brush away that extra powder because I don't want it to set too long to create too harsh of a line, but I do want it to give it just enough of a sharp look. Now I'm gonna go in with a little blush, just a little, not too much, and then I have a baked bronzer that I just kind of ran over my contour shade, not too much. Then I go over with my face powder over all the areas of my face. I do even go over where I applied blush and contour because I want it to look like all of this extra work that we did is coming from under our skin. Like, we want it to look like we didn't do much, but we're serving face. So I put on my lashes off camera because I tried to do them on camera and it was just a mess. So I might do a separate video just to show you how I do them, because I've been practicing for a while, so I'm pretty good for a beginner. I then go in with a brown lip liner, and I use any lip liner I have on hand. I have several shades of brown that I use interchangeably, and you always need a lip liner, a brown lip liner in your collection. I then go in with this nude lipstick and I use that for the base because I do apply gloss to all my looks. I love gloss, so I just use this as a base, and then I use the NYX Butter Gloss, which is kind of like a tinted lip gloss. to just go over that, and it wasn't shiny enough, so I kind of went over it with my High Shine gloss, which is also from NYX, just to give it a little more pop. So I do go in with a little highlighter in my inner corner, in the inner corners of my eyes, just to give it a little razzle dazzle, because you know you are doing a basic face, so you're not doing any eyeshadow or anything too crazy. So I just do that for a little something, you know, a little pow. Then I set my face, and that is it. Okay, so I included some photos just so you can see the makeup under different lightings. I know sometimes it's kind of tricky to follow a tutorial and then it comes out looking crazy, so I hope you enjoy, and thank you so much for watching.